Well, hey everybody. It's been some time, but I want to let you guys know on what's happening with the world, and I hope everyone is staying safe as always. And I'm not going to self-promote myself at this moment right now. I just want to spread the word, and I think I don't have to spread the word necessarily. I think just because people already know what's going on, what's happening in the world. It's all over the news and everything else, and you can tell by the title when you click on this video, when you see this video. And this COVID-19 has been going around since late last year, has been spreading globally around the world. Over probably 80 to 81,000 in China alone, where it all started. And in the US, there's been however much, about 3,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19. I'm not going to say the word because I don't think, even though I don't get paid, I'm not going to risk saying the words because I hear that YouTube doesn't like it. But anyway, I just want to let everyone know to not do what I just did. But I've already washed my hands. But regardless, wash your hands for about 20 seconds, maybe more, just to be on the safe side. Distance yourself from a lot of people. Kind of try to avoid going through a large amount of crowds, and just stay safe. You know, this is another pandemic. It's another swine flu season type of thing. We've had that before, and I remember when I was in high school or whatever, and I can remember that I was so paranoid about the worst to come. I was always thinking about, what if I get it? I'm gonna get it, or my loved ones are going to get it. I hope nothing happens. I'm always in that mindset where I'm like thinking that people are going to get it, I'm going to get it, and stuff like that. But I was safe. I avoided it and everything else. And now this time around, it's the same thing. But now that I've gotten older, I've understood that things like this is like very common. There's always some sort of disease that show up, and you know, it's bad. You know, it gets bad. It always gets worse before it gets better. And that's the thing that I always think about, and I always believed that when things happen, they always turn out bad before they get better. And then things will gradually disappear, and we go back to normal, and everything's fine. And this time around, it's like, you know, I'm divided on, you know, everything about this COVID-19 case that's spreading around the world. You know, I'm not too worried about myself as much as I am about my parents, because they're older. I'm not going to say the age. I don't want to, you know, call them out on their age. But, I mean, they have there's underlying issues, such as bronchitis, and I forgot the other thing, because of smoking. So, like, I don't want them to catch it. So I'm going to do my best to avoid it at all costs, because I would definitely take the blame. I would feel very, very guilty about you know, spreading it here. I don't want to do that. You know, as much as I probably wouldn't mind staying in my room playing video games or watching movies for about a week or so, I still don't want to risk spreading that to them, and I don't want to, you know, put that on them and everything else. So I don't, like, it's crazy that we are getting to this point. I keep doing this. It's a habit. I gotta stop. But I keep itching. Maybe I could do that. I don't know. But this is an issue, you know. We're gonna run right through it. We're gonna do our best to defeat this the best we can, and I know that we can, and we will. And we're the United States of America. We are, you know, as powerful as we come. We're definitely going to go through this, and just like any other things in the past that we have dealt with, we can definitely deal with this one too. It's going to be a challenge. I'm not saying it's going to be easy by any means, but we are definitely going to win this battle. You know, I know we're not going to win the war, because it's just going to keep coming. You know, there's always going to be new diseases forming. Even though we've killed a lot of these, they still keep showing up. And that is why I'm keeping it in my bedroom. But anyway, as I was saying, always stay safe, avoid all the crowds and everything. Get tested because it's going to be free. If you feel like you have any symptoms, like sneezing, coughing, sore throat, common cold symptoms, if you feel like you're down with the COVID-19 case, just be sure to take the test because it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and I mean, when it releases, I don't think we have any tests available. Maybe we do, it's just very limited. But we're apparently going to be getting millions of tested available, so hop on that when you can. If you can't, definitely get tested because this is something that we need to avoid. We need to slow the process of the spread because I definitely don't want it. I don't need it. I don't, nobody in their right minds want this COVID-19 case. I don't. You don't. Let's try to avoid that. And Walmart retail stores and other stores are going to be closing at certain hours, because Walmart, the big Walmarts are normally 24 hours. Now, because of the spread of the virus, we're going to be closing at 11 p.m. and we're going to be opening at 6 a.m. so we can stock on shelves because customers have been really going crazy and stockpiling on a lot of groceries and toilet paper for whatever reason. Toilet paper for out of every other item that they can purchase and buy. Toilet paper. Years worth of toilet paper for one person or one family. You guys are pretty much over exaggerating that, because it's toilet paper. Shouldn't you be getting food? And that's why they're limiting the stocking of toilet paper. And that's why they're closing the store at 11 p.m. So that way we can work and be able to stock on the shelves because it's gotten insane. I've never witnessed anything like this before. Then again, the last time we had an epidemic was, 2008 maybe? And I didn't have a job then. I mean, I started working in 2008, but that was a factory. It wasn't retail. I mean, toilet paper. There's other things you can buy. Toilet paper, of all things. I mean, I understand you gotta wipe when you go to the bathroom, but seriously, come on. Food is more of a necessity. You gotta survive on food. You can't survive on toilet paper. Unless you try to eat it. I don't know if that's edible. I mean, I think it is. I'm not gonna even try. I'm not, You people might end up on my strange addictions. I've reacted to those before. Oh yeah, and just to let everyone know that I have been starting to work out. I started working out last Sunday, and today is Sunday again. I had to call out yesterday because I wasn't really feeling well. Because the day before when I got off work, I was going to stay an extra on extra time. But I started getting a headache. I started feeling nauseous. So I did what I had to do to clean the back room and everything. And then when I did, I was like, you know what? I brought all the claims that weren't claims that were not broken over to the grocery side. And I was like, you know what? I gotta go. I was paranoid that I have probably had something going on. I don't, because of this thing that's been going around. I was like, no, I gotta clock out. I was freaking out. So I ended up clocking out. I went to my car, turned it on, and laid down for a little bit, feeling really nauseous. My head was hurting and everything. And then maybe a few minutes later, I managed to get up, sit up, put my seat up, and started driving off. And when I was driving, the motion and everything wasn't helping. So I ended up getting really nauseous. I thought I was going to throw up for a second. And I haven't gotten sick since I was 12 years old. So consider I'm 30, and that's, 12, 18 years? Yeah, 18 years since I last got sick. So I'm I don't want to get sick ever again, but sometimes you can't help it because, I don't know, it's just one of those things that when you get headaches, you feel nauseous and you really can't help that very much. So I pulled over to the parking lot of my old apartment that I used to live in, that you seen my videos in 2017, 2016. That apartment. I had to park there, lay my seat down, leave the car running, and I went to the back seat and laid down for a little bit. I was nauseous. I wasn't feeling well at all. and I was scared. And I went to the point where I was literally praying. And all the things that I said about people, thought about people, the traffic, things that make me upset, and all the nasty things I've said about people and how I feel. I had said that I'm sorry, that I would never do that again. I would never freak out or get mad or frustrated or anything ever again. I'm going to keep very civil from now on and not get upset ever again. And I made that promise. And several minutes later, got the courage to get up, get out of that back seat, go to the front seat, and start driving. And when I was driving, I wasn't feeling as nauseous, but I still had a headache, and it wasn't going away. So I managed to go to the to get home. I went in the hot tub, drenched myself, and the next morning I woke up with a headache right here on this side. So I mean, I was feeling really bad. And I got to the point where I had to take some Tylenol or whatever pills I took to get rid of it, or tried to fight it and whatever. So I didn't want to take the chance to go into work and if I had it, whatever. And now that I know that I don't have anything, I'm free to go. I'm going to be going to work today. Today's my Friday, so I'm at least grateful for that. And I'm going to go into work and see a lot of people on the grocery side. Most likely looking for toilet paper. And also soup aisle has been empty too. That's why they've been changing the hours, Walmart hours, from 24 hours to opening at 6 a.m. and closing at 11 p.m. so we could stock on the shelves. But it's kind of, I want to say irrelevant in a way, but it's not. Because by the time it's 11 o'clock, there's hardly anybody shopping. Unless you're not normal and you're up and you're waiting till everyone stops shopping. I don't know. I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna log off of this. I just wanted to send a message out to everyone to stay safe. And if you feel sick, stay home. I know they've been closing the schools for about a couple weeks or until this is washed away, but I don't see it washing away. If this continues where people are traveling or if they're coughing in their hands, like that's another thing. Never cough in your hands and then touch a surface or touch your face. Cough in your arm. You know, I can't stress that enough. I know not everyone does that, but I know this virus is airborne and you can get it through the air, but it's more effective when it's literally on your face and on your mouth and your nasal. So be sure to avoid coughing in your hands at all times and just be reasonable, be cautious, be careful, be caring to others and yourself, and that's all I got. I will see you in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.